What if the biggest thing stopping you from living your dream isn't your money, your luck, or your circumstances? What if it's something so invisible that you've been carrying it every single day without realizing it? Imagine waking up tomorrow with the same job, the same home, the same bank account. But somehow, life begins changing around you. Opportunities appear, the right people enter your life, your confidence grows, and the impossible slowly becomes possible. Sounds unbelievable? Stay with me, because today isn't about magic. It's about discovering a mindset that has transformed millions of lives. Whether you believe in it completely or simply see it as a tool for changing your perspective, one thing is certain. The way you think shapes the way you live. Welcome back to Mindset HubTube. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Invisible Conversation Inside You. Every day you speak thousands of words, but the most powerful conversation is the one nobody else can hear. A young architect named Daniel dreamed of designing extraordinary buildings. Yet every morning before leaving for work, he whispered the same sentence to himself. "I'm probably not good enough." Nobody heard those words. Not his boss, not his friends, not even his family. But Daniel heard them, again and again. Weeks became months. Whenever a promotion appeared, he convinced himself someone else deserved it. Whenever a client praised his work, he dismissed it as luck. His world wasn't built only by bricks and blueprints. It was built by the story he repeated inside his own mind. One evening, while walking through a quiet park, he watched a gardener planting seeds. Curious, Daniel asked, "How do you know which flowers will grow?" The gardener smiled. "I don't argue with the seed, I simply plant it and care for it." That sentence stayed with Daniel. He suddenly realized that every thought he repeated was like planting another seed. Fear produced hesitation. Confidence produced action. Gratitude produced peace. The invisible garden inside his mind had been growing for years. The question wasn't whether seeds were being planted. The question was, what kind of seeds was he planting every single day? That night, Daniel didn't magically become successful, but he made one small decision. Whenever his inner voice said, "I'm not enough," he answered, "I'm learning every day." Tiny words, tiny change. But tiny changes repeated long enough become powerful transformations. Because every great future begins with one invisible thought. Chapter 2. The world starts reflecting what you expect. Have you ever noticed that the person expecting problems somehow always finds them, while another person finds opportunities in the exact same situation? Months later, Daniel faced the biggest project of his career. His company was competing against experienced firms. Everyone around him expected failure. For a moment, old fears returned. What if we lose? What if I embarrass myself? Then he remembered something important. Expectation influences attention. When your mind searches only for obstacles, it becomes blind to possibilities. Instead of imagining failure, Daniel imagined serving his client with excellence. He prepared longer, listened better, asked smarter questions. His confidence didn't come from pretending success was guaranteed. It came from focusing on what he could control. Something surprising happened. People noticed. His energy became calm. His ideas became clearer. His team trusted him more. Eventually, his company won the project. Not because positive thinking replaced hard work, but because positive thinking fueled better decisions. Think about a radio. It only plays the station it's tuned to. Your mind works in a similar way. Tune yourself to fear, and every challenge feels enormous. Tune yourself to growth, and every challenge becomes a lesson. The outside world often responds to the energy created by your daily actions. Your expectations quietly shape your behavior, and your behavior shapes your future. Chapter 3. Live like the future is already calling you. Most people wait for life to improve before they become grateful. But what if gratitude is what begins the improvement? Years passed. Daniel eventually opened his own design studio. People called him lucky. They never saw the mornings he spent writing down 3 things he appreciated. They never saw the evenings he spent imagining the architect he wanted to become. They never saw the hundreds of small decisions inspired by hope instead of fear. One rainy afternoon, a young student asked him, "What's the secret to your success?" Daniel smiled. It wasn't one big breakthrough. It was thousands of invisible choices. He explained that gratitude wasn't about ignoring problems. It was about refusing to let problems become your entire identity. Visualization wasn't about escaping reality. It was about reminding yourself where you wanted to go. Belief wasn't about expecting miracles without effort. It was about moving forward even before you saw immediate results. Life rarely changes overnight, but people do. And when people change, their decisions change, their habits change, their relationships change, their opportunities change. Eventually, their lives change. So tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself one simple question. If the person I want to become were living my life tomorrow morning, how would they think? How would they speak? What action would they take first? Then wake up and become that person one decision at a time. Because your future isn't created in one extraordinary moment. It's created in ordinary moments repeated with extraordinary intention. Whether you see these ideas as a powerful mindset, a daily practice, or simply a reminder to focus on possibility instead of limitation, one truth remains. Your thoughts influence your actions. Your actions influence your habits. Your habits influence your destiny. So choose today's thoughts carefully. Plant seeds of gratitude. Water them with consistent action. Protect them from unnecessary doubt, and give them time to grow. If this story inspired you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs hope today. And if you enjoy life-changing stories inspired by the world's greatest books, subscribe to Mindset Hub Tube, turn on the notification bell, and join us for the next journey toward a stronger mind and a better life. Until next time, remember, every great transformation begins with one powerful thought.